Hopefully, fingers crossed, this new variant doesn't... No, I can't say that. We don't want to be talking about the new variant, do we, Chad? Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you are new. Today, we are going to be talking about my TBR game of jars. If you're here from last year, hey, how are you? I, with Becca and Jay's permission, used to mix it up each month between TBR Pursuits and Bookopoly. I was finding that picking like 5 or 6 books from each of those, on top of like read-along books and book club books, just became a lot. I was having 15 to 20 books on my TBR each month because I want to take part in readathons, and if they didn't fit prompts, then it got a bit much. I tended to like slump near the beginning of the month when everything was like really hectic, and then try and like speed read the back end of the month, and it just got a bit much keeping up with all that. So next year I am making a more conscious effort to get through my backlist of physical books and Kindle books. So I thought, what better way to put everything into jars and then make myself pick one out each month. So this is my Kindle jar. This has all the Kindle books as of October. It doesn't have the last couple of books that I have on Kindle from NetGalley, because I want to get through those arcs as soon as possible. So those aren't going in there because I had a habit of requesting arcs and never actually reading them. So those arcs, for the ones that I still have, I will still read them, and on my old NetGalley account I will eventually review them once I've read them from here. But this is encouraging me to get through my backlist of Kindle books, because I really did want to read them at the time that I got them. I just, you know, it's just like any book. I buy it because I like the sound of it, and then it just goes on a shelf and dies a death. The Selfdestruct TBR, I saw Becca from Becca and the Books do this first. I know Steph from Steph Loves has done it, and I saw Becca from Becca Fall do it. This is my Selfdestruct jar. I have all the books in here that were on my Self-Destruct video. I will leave it linked up in the cards or down below. These are books I've had, a couple I've had since as far back as 2015. I think one might have been 2005, but we're not going to talk about that one because I don't actually know if it is or not. I can't remember when I bought it. It might be 2005, it's that old. You know, let's just say 2015, because otherwise I need help. And then this lovely jar is not a jar, it's a cup, but we're just going to go with jar. This has 12 different pieces of paper in there, and it has each piece of paper has a prompt and a book that was picked out by one of my lovely friends. Each month I'll be picking out one of these, and then the month that I pick that out I need to read the book that they've recommended that was on my Goodreads TBR list, and try and find a book to fit the prompt that they've chosen for me. So obviously picking from each of those means that there'll be at least 4 books each month already, hence why I'm not doing a TBR game on top of these, because I do also have some mandatory reads that will be going for at least the first 6 months for one of them, but for the other 2 will be for the full year. So we've got Barb's Throne of Glass read along, and by January we'll be on book 3, and I think there's 8 books in total if you include Assassin's Blade. There'll be 5 months left of that read along that I'll be doing. The Vampire Academy read along is being run by Liv over at Living Magical Bookland. She's running that. The Vampire Academy is for the first 6 months, Bloodlines is for the second 6 months of the year, so that'll be a read along that I'm taking part for the whole year. And then the Mortal Instruments, I'll be taking part in that all year. That will run into 2023, I think, because I think there's more than 12 books in the series, so in like the whole Shadowhunter world. So those are the 3 read-alongs that I'll be taking part in, but there are also book clubs that I do take part in as well. So there'll be the middle grade monthly, which I haven't missed a month of yet. the Queer Picture Book Club, which I do take part in now and again if one of the books of the month catch my eye. I am part of Ro and Gav's Patreons as well, and they do both have book clubs. With the Middle Grade Monthly Book Club and the Queer Picture Book Club, that is 9 books that I would generally have definitely set aside each month. So that does give me a chance to mood read if there's a month where there's no readathons. However, the likelihood of there being a month with no readathons that I want to take part in is very slim. But what I'm going to make more of an effort to do next year is, if I want to take part, try and find books that fill multiple prompts, if that's a possibility. Because one thing I did find this year is that I was picking a book per prompt and then taking part in multiple readathons, basically overloading myself with like 20 odd books to read. So I don't want to put that pressure on myself to put all those books on, you know. And this also helps me clear my backlist. There are also going to be anticipated reads that come out that I'm going to want to pick up and stuff, so it just gives me more freedom that I have a short set sort of TBR with the 4 books from the jars, and then my book club picks and read along books that will hopefully fit around some readathons at some point. But yeah, that was just a quick rundown of how my monthly TBRs are going to go. So I'm looking forward to next year. It's going to be a fun one. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. I will link my self-destruct video somewhere. Some of the synopses sound interesting, but a lot of them are like crime and thriller that I haven't really read for a while. I've mostly been into fantasy and contemporary, but we'll see. Anyway, I'll see you all very soon. Have a nice lovely afternoon, evening or night wherever you are, and I will speak to you in my next video.